Welcome back. Leaving Ardrett Castle behind, the official NC500 route takes you directly south toward Ullapool. This road back towards Ullapool is tarmac heaven compared to some, and the view's just as impressive. Great for large motorhomes and such. However, we know of a smaller coastal road that is simply spectacular to drive. And also we want to go back to the area where we finished our 2019 adventure. It's time again for another small detour off the NC500.
Take me away from home, away from
Cheated a little bit today. We've made our way down to a campsite, and in the summer I should imagine it's packed. It's a lovely little location here, overlooking the beach. We've come onto the campsite because the weather is absolutely horrendous at the moment, and we needed to do laundry, so we've made our way onto this campsite. We're staying here for 2 nights. We stayed last night, we arrived quite late. Yeah, so Claire's over in the back now doing all the laundry, good girl, and I helped. And this campsite has got one of the best stocked shops that I've ever seen for a campsite. And this is relatively small, it's not a big site, as you can see out the back there. I'll give you a walk around at some point. So we're off of the NC500 at the moment, as you've seen on the map. To get to this campsite, it's quite a way. If you've seen any of our previous videos, our Scotland videos, just on the other side of this peninsula that we're actually on is where our last Scottish adventure finished, where I lost all my footage. So we're back where we finished last year. There you go.
Surprise!
Surprise! Cup of tea time.
So, good morning. Tony's just getting the van put back together, changing the water, getting rid of the grey waste, that sort of stuff. And I thought I'd come down to this gorgeous bay, which is right on the doorstep of the campsite. Just give you a bit of a précis. So it is a lovely campsite. All the hard standing overlook the bay. and it's sort of leveled out, so you're not looking directly into the next person, you're sort of looking over the top of them if you're that close. We were lucky enough we didn't have any neighbours. The facilities are lovely and clean, modern, good shop on site, and there's a pub owned by the same people just up the road. This bay is beautiful. The only thing I have noticed though is where you come down to it, it's full of rubbish. It's all sort of waste from people fishing and that sort of stuff, which is really such a shame. But otherwise, stunning sight, really is a beautiful sight, well worth coming to visit. So we'll go and see what Tony's up to, see if he's done all the chores like a good house husband, and see where we go next. So it looks like Tony's done the waste, and as you can see from around me, the pictures are really spaced out. They've all got their lovely grass area, good bit of hard standing. There's benches, and behind me you can see the toilet block and the shop.
Ah, incredible. So we stayed at the campsite for a couple of days. We've recharged ourselves and all of our equipment, which we do. And now the sun's come out. For today, one day only. And what did we do? We decided to stay in bed. Claire's over there. She's going to get a picture of the magnificent scenery and the little islands in the distance. The other beauty of us both being into photography is that when we see a magnificent view like this, and there's one or two shots to be had, and I can't be bothered to get into my camera gear bag, pull out my camera, change lenses, whatever, Claire will do it for me, and we'll put the picture up right now.
We're at Rhue Lighthouse. We thought we'd do a bit of photography.
Action.
Hello, we're at Rhue Lighthouse. We thought we'd do a bit of photography. Tony was expecting some rather large sort of waves crashing against the lighthouse. The sun came out today and our lighthouse looks
Rubbish.
like a rocket. But before we go, we're going to have bacon butties.
So probably not the dramatic pictures that I was hoping for, and the lighthouse looks like looks unusual. So maybe that's what we need. So where I can, especially with things like bacon, I try to cook on the little stove outside because the fat gets absolutely everywhere. So a big shout out to Chris and Lisa in in their VW. Absolute pleasure meeting you both, and myself and Claire in the background over there. We hope you made it back to sunny Essex in one piece and in style. I'm sure you did, in your stunning VW.
Shout out to Lisa and Chris.
Pleasure meeting you, and hopefully we'll see you on the road soon. Next time we'll stop for a beer. Standing on guard at the entrance of Loch Broom, this smallish lighthouse protects ships from the rocky outcrop as they head toward Ullapool. It's only a short walk along the well-trodden path to reach the foot of the lighthouse, and is a great place to stop for a picnic and a cup of tea. The views here are lovely, and I expect if you have the weather on your side, sunsets here must be terrific.
And when we go back, we're going on a diet, and this is why. All right
Yeah, it's my camera bag.
there. Yeah, right.
Back on the NC500, we head through Ullapool and stop for a quick look at Corrie's Hullock Gorge before finding a park up for the night. Quite a surprise. It's relatively close to the road and a shallow descent down on a purpose-built path.
So we found our park up for the night, and Tony's just going to check the ground because it looks a wee bit soggy just there. I'm not quite sure what the verdict is. Stunning location though, because this is one way. You can't really get the perspective in this, but those mountains over there are huge. And then can't see much this way, but it looks gorgeous. Now the question is, are we fit to stay? See what the boss says.
That's a 50-50, that is.
Is it?
I think we'll get onto it, all right. It's just this bit right in front of us right now. It's whether we take the risk. But this drives off of front-wheel drive, so if it gets stuck, it's stuck. We don't get out.
We're going to give it a go.
So, a little bit risky just then coming down this little track. It's quite cobbly and rocky on the way down. Little single track off-road road, but it's still a bit of a risk. And let me show you why. When you're in a 3-ton van, excuse the wind, I won't need to do much talking because you'll see it. So that's what we've come through, and obviously I've got to get back up that way, and I've got to get back up it in reverse. Claire finds it funny. Claire doesn't.
I'm going to watch and laugh and give him directions.
There's no directions to be had. It's back. She's laughing now, but she won't be when she's pushing. So we've got a little, a tiny, very, very small little sand plates, snow plates, whatever you want to call them, underneath the tyres there. So at least we'll have some traction when we initially get off. Oh, look at the light on that bit there now.
I know, I've just taken a photo of that. With your tripod. Thank you.
Same the other side. So again, bit swampy, sorry about the wind. And the little mud tracks there underneath the front, ready for us to reverse tomorrow. If it rains, we're going to sink.
We like an adventure.
If you don't take a risk anywhere in life, you won't get to places like this.
Many thanks for watching and for sticking with the channel. We'll be back really soon as our adventures continue along the NC500 with a few diversions along the way. Please remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you like the video.
And we'll see you on the road soon.